Hi, everybody. I'm Mel Dorr, the Aloha Shirt Psychic, with my Lucky shirt on. There's my dog, Lucky. And I've got Kim Copeland in the house. Hi, Kim.
Hi, thank you. I'm so lucky to be here.
I'm lucky to have you here.
Thanks, Mel. This is
Um,
awesome.
it's been a minute since we've seen each other.
It has. Yes. So great to see you. How are you doing, Mel? How's the weather in
Good.
Chicago?
Well, uh, that's a story. Uh, you know, it yesterday and the day before, it was in the 70s here, which is unheard of, absolutely unheard of for February in Chicago at this time of year. I cannot remember when it's been that warm. But I had a funny feeling that there were going to be tornadoes and things like that. I was just having this feeling of uneasy. So last night I was doing a show with Arthur on
Okay.
Ease Your Mind Tarot, and the dog came upstairs, and we were pre-recording, and she was just real needy. She was nudging my arm, and she was just, I
Oh,
was,
wow.
yeah, I even showed her on the show.
Wow.
And I thought, what's going on? She was trying to tell me something. Well, right about maybe 15 minutes before, or 20 minutes before the show, we were recording, but we go for an hour. But before the show ended, there was a thunderclap outside. And Lucky, she gets a little nervous when it comes to thunder, but all of a sudden she starts shaking. And I was just, I was trying to calm her down, do the show.
Yeah.
And right about 3 or 4 minutes before the show was to be over, uh, our cell phones went off. Um, it was like, it was blaring, take cover immediately, get to a basement, tornado warnings. And I could hear
Wow.
Gary's going off, and I could hear sirens going off outside. So
Yeah.
I said to Arthur, I've got to go.
My
So
goodness.
I grabbed everything. I'm grabbing my laptop, grabbing everything. I yelled down to Gary, put the dog's leash on. And by the time I got downstairs, um, sirens were going off everywhere. I had to go
Oh,
to the
my
bathroom
goodness.
so bad. So I ran to the bathroom. And that's just a little caveat there. But I got the dog downstairs, and we stayed there until, it was all clear. But I've never seen a storm come up that quick, that fast. I've never heard that many sirens going off or my cell
Yeah.
phone going off like that. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it was, we took the dog downstairs. I put some pillows so she could lay on the floor. She got up on the easy chair with me in the basement. When it
Hmm.
was all clear, Gary went upstairs. Now, mind you, the dog never goes downstairs, never. And when Gary went back upstairs, she ran up there, and then she ran back downstairs to see if I was okay. So she was running up and down.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep. And then when once it passed over, she was fine, but she was just letting me know that something was coming.
You knew. Wow.
So
Their animals are so smart, right?
yeah. So what's the weather like by you?
Well, so interesting here too. In Texas, there are wildfires bigger than they've ever had in the Panhandle, which is not where I am, but still there's that going on. It was hot in the 85 yesterday. Today it's like, I don't know, 65 and windy, 28-mile-an-hour winds today.
Well, believe it or not, yesterday it was 74 here, and today it was like 25.
See, oh, okay.
And
All kinds of stuff is going on right now.
well, that's
Well,
like January in Chicago. It's supposed to be cold tomorrow and then warm up again. But I just heard about the wildfire fires
yeah.
in the Texas panhandles, and it looks kind of like, as Linda Grindle would say, Armageddon up there, huh?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm not there to see it, but yes, it's the largest ever that they've ever had here
Wow.
in Texas.
Um,
Yes,
where are you in Texas exactly?
I'm central near Austin.
Okay, so that's a long way up there from you, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's almost like another state.
Yeah, I
I
know
mean,
Texas is so
it takes a
huge.
whole day to drive across.
Well, we crossed the Texas Panhandle once, and I thought we'd never get across that. So I can imagine how long it takes. Think about what it would be to go from the very top of the Panhandle north to the very tip of Texas in the south.
I know.
It's,
I think it's going to be 15-hour drive.
oh, it'll be a long time, sure. But maybe we could everybody take a moment of silence and send it to the people in Texas and the pan.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I mean,
these
right. Hello, Melody. We've got some, yeah. Yeah. Ah, my goodness. So I know we want to talk about peace and love today. We need some.
we do, we really do. Hi, Lisa. I see Lisa Foster in the house.
Hi, Lisa. Yeah,
I think
Aries.
I
Ron.
think-
Hi, Ron. Hi, Melody.
hi,
Great to see you.
Aries. Aries said they had thunderstorms and hail in Cleveland last night. Oh, and I forgot to tell you about the hail. It was hailing here, and I was calling everybody to make sure they were okay. And I called my cousin Lisa, and she was in the store. And they locked the doors and they wouldn't let anybody out or let anybody in. I think they should let people in to get out of the storm, but just for their safety, they kept them in the store. And I was calling everybody, and it was just so weird. It all happened so quickly. I mean, we kind of knew it was coming a couple hours before, but it was just like boom, and wow. So
Wow. Oh my goodness. And then snow in Denver yesterday, I think. And then Wendy says she's in Alberta, says we had 20 fires still burning since last summer.
they've had what? I'm sorry.
It's 20 fires still burning since last summer in
Wow,
Alberta.
wow,
Alberta. A foot
wow,
and a half of snow and still cold temperatures, but burning underground. Wow.
wow. Um,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
um, Yeah, Lisa Foster says she's glad we're safe. Thanks, Lisa.
yeah.
um,
I know. That's amazing, Mel. Really. There's just hello, Chitra. You know, we can get all caught up. Remember, we are not really humans. It's just pretend.
right?
And we can get all worried about Earth and the weather and the world. But if we remember, I believe anyway, it's when we have a loving heart, that's what heals humanity.
I agree. Kind acts. We did something like that for the beginning of Lent. Um,
We did.
and I always say I pay for the car behind me
Yeah.
at Starbucks. And I got a comment in the comment section that says, well, somebody said, well, rather than pay for the car behind you because the people that can afford it, why don't you take that money and buy a homeless person a cup of coffee? And I thought to myself, how can somebody negate a good deed? And
Yeah.
what the person who made the comment didn't know is that my cousin and I uh, collected money and put our own money up and took a homeless family who were living under a bridge. We took them food, we took them money, we took
Oh,
water, and we did that numerous times. And the last time we went there, they were gone. So we are very aware of the homeless situation, and we are helping the homeless. So
okay. Oh, thank you, Mel. That's wonderful.
I
That's
want,
very nice. That's brave, to do that. Um,
uh,
Lisa says rescue an animal too. That's a very good idea as well. There are so many things we can do. But even if we just know that we are light and if we show our light, well, it doesn't matter what we do really, even if we just know that even if we just avoid an argument with somebody, but we come into it with a compassionate heart and kindness, that is also, you know,
absolutely,
sitting in the love.
right. Um, so tonight, everybody, we're not going to do political questions. I know people are asking about SCOTUS and the whole Trump thing, and I'll just say this: that um, he is not going to be granted immunity. I don't see he's going to be granted immunity, and I see the trials happening before election. So, but let's keep it based on love. So, if you have
Okay.
questions about love, if you have questions about world peace, uh,
Yeah.
but Kim, you're right. I think, you know, I, and I told this story like when I went through Starbucks and I paid for a car behind me. So I went through one day and the young man said, "Oh my God, it went down like 30 cars."
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
a small kind act, I think, does cause other people to react.
Right, right. Oh, for sure. But sometimes we have broken hearts and we
Yes,
may not even feel capable of loving ourselves.
right. I agree.
And so I was thinking about that today. And by the way, Lisa has having some great ideas. Feed the squirrels and the birds, put out fresh water. Thank you, Lisa. You're my hero. I like to do that. Okay.
Yeah, an act of
She's
love.
asking, will she find love this year too?
An act of love can be just doing a kind act for somebody,
Yeah.
or putting out a food for the animals, or even adopting an animal, or sending money to help with animals, that are about to go extinct. Anything like that.
Yeah. I feel like, let's see, a fertile heart is a loving heart.
Ooh, I like that.
That came in my meditation today. A fertile heart is a loving heart. And how do you have the fertile heart? Well, you got to water it, you got to put in fresh soil, you got to love yourself. And if you find that you have a hard time with a broken heart or whatever, maybe find little rituals to help remember your light.
Absolutely.
Light and love being the same. Remember your light. And one of my friends today, and I was meditating with her this morning. You guys might know Kristen. She did a cacao ceremony, and that was all about the heart. And it is drinking the cacao as a ritual, and really feeling the opening of the heart. And I want to do that one of these days with a group here, but or maybe anyway. But it, she said it was magical, and it's just something we could do. Even if we don't have cacao, we could have our special tea, and think of just when we're drinking that tea, that maybe that's a tea for the heart.
Oh, that's a good. I like that.
Uh-huh. And also energy work, right? You can draw hearts over your heart.
Oh, I like
I'd like to draw hearts over my ovaries. I draw a heart over my ovaries, a heart over my heart, and a heart on the top of my head, and then I make a big heart around my whole body.
It's big hearts.
Big hearts. And it's also, this is not to exclude men, but I believe a peaceful heart tends to be a little bit more feminine, you know. But we all men and women, we all have masculine and feminine. So, but maybe remember to open up to that nurturing or the feminine side of us, which would be more likely to have the peaceful rather than the warring.
There you go. Um, I'm not religious, but I pulled something from the Bible that I want to share with everybody.
Yes.
And it's First Corinthians chapter 13. And it's kind of lengthy, but it's not. And I think we could all remember to live our lives by this. It would be really cool. It says, if I speak in the tongues of men and angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I do not have faith and if I have faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give my body to hardship, uh, but I don't have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always uh, perseveres. Love never fails. But when there are prophecies, sometimes they will cease. When there are tongues, sometimes they are stilled. When there is knowledge, sometimes it will pass away. For now we know in part and we prophesy in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. But when I became an adult, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part. Then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. And now these three things remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest is love.
Oh, that's nice. I love that. I'm getting chills on that. That's wonderful.
That's one of my favorites.
Nice. Now, when you mentioned the child, and now we've grown to adult, but I think sometimes when we've lost that luster, you know, that we can maybe pretend we're a child again and see the world anew and just open up to have that joy in the little things. And that can also open up the heart.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, to remind us that we are still children.
We are children. Um, so, um, and we got to nurture that inner child and nurture their inner childs of everybody else, the inner child or children of
Yes,
everybody else as well. So
yes, yes. That's
I
right.
think I think we can raise the vibration with what's going on here politically, what's going on in the world, just by our own little kind deeds. You know, the Bible says there will always be wars and rumors of war, but I think uh, you know, unfortunately, there'll always be greed and people who are self-serving. But I think love conquers everything. I really do.
Well, I think so. I mean,
And our own kind acts, and I think it catches on. It really does.
it is the way. I think it's the way to heal humanity. I think that's where we are. I think it's the beginning and the end of all. To
Great.
And
Um,
this is where that's who we truly are anyway. And if we remember who we truly are, then we can imagine that whatever we see around us is just an illusion.
Agreed. It is. Um, so we'll take questions tonight about, you know, world peace, questions about love. Um, so if you've got any, put them in the chat. Please put them in capital letters so that we can see them. um, let's see. Uh, okay. Shall I put this up? Let's see. Okay. Roxanne M says, my harassment continues. They might be watching this too. Messages for me, please. What will happen with the neighbor? No one believes this
Oh wow.
stuff. I don't understand the question exactly, but you know, as you're asking that question, the word came into my mind, peace. So I see you, Roxanne, having peace, um, and harmony. So whatever's creating that peace and disharmony uh, will go by the wayside, and you'll have a lot more feeling of balance in your life.
Well, yeah, important for that. Yes, because if we let whatever it sounds terrible, whatever it is, really, it
Right.
does. For her to ask about it sounds
But I
terrible.
do see it lifting.
I see it lifting, but sometimes it might come, from Roxanne. If you can imagine, remember, it's an illusion in a way, right? We
Right.
have to remember it's a human predicament for whatever reason, and to step back and not to engage. I would say definitely not engage in it. And again, you can send maybe sending compassion would be the answer, perhaps. Even, I don't know. I'm not sure how, what's going on, but I do see also, if you can imagine your house, and I see with pink and gold, like a beautiful winged angel or butterfly, whatever resonates with you, above your house, but also with the lines coming down to give yourself protect your house protection, and it's like keeping away. But I do see huge, the size of your yard, wings to protect you and guide you.
Oh,
I
good.
am so sorry. I feel like it's keeping her awake at night.
I know,
Oh,
but
you have too much compassion. Oh my gosh.
I see it
I,
getting a lot better. I do.
okay.
I mean, I see when I say getting better, whatever's causing her harassment around her, I see going away, and I see her situation getting better.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay,
Blessings, Roxanne.
okay. Uh, um, Froxy
Yes.
Roxy says, "Will we ever see a world without borders and world peace?" Um, well, I do
Mhm.
see the situation in the Middle East being resolved. The Israel-Palestine thing. And at some point, I see a leader coming to Israel um, who I think will be female, but I think would be no nonsense, but yet would be would promote world peace. And I see two separate states, Israel and Palestine, peacefully coexisting. Um, Unfortunately, I don't think the Russian-Ukraine conflict will end, and not the near future, but Ukraine will not give up. They will not stop fighting, and I don't blame them for that. They were attacked without any reason.
Right.
I do see Ukraine becoming whole again, and I do see them staying democratic. And at some point, I see Russia becoming democratic. I don't want to get political, but I think it's going to be kind of a powder keg for a while. But I do see things getting a lot better. It's going to take a few years, but uh, so Einstein said, I don't know how the third world war will be fought, but the fourth one will be fought with sticks and stones. So, I
Oh, wow, I love that.
mean, we have the capability to annihilate ourselves. If
Right.
we're not careful, that could easily happen. But I do see a world, there's always going to be prejudice, but I do see a world that's going to be more inclusive and more loving
Yes,
and more accepting.
I do too.
If what's going on nowadays with the ultra right wing MAGA Christian nationalists, if that's Christianity, count me out. I think that Christ taught love, acceptance, like in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 that I just read. Now, if I think we need to honor everybody and be inclusive and open our hearts to them and our homes, our inner homes, and not stand in judgment or prejudice and things like that.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
That to
I
me is
do.
what Christianity is about.
Yeah. And I feel, and I don't know if I have any basis for this, but I do feel eventually there will be a world on earth without borders.
Oh,
I
good.
mean, I mean, I feel like it's out there, maybe 100 years or so.
Okay, good.
That far out is what I'm talking about. And world peace, I think there's always going to be something, perhaps, but generally,
Well, I'm not so much concerned about, World War III. I'm concerned about climate change. And I
mm,
think climate change tells us that we also have to love and nurture our Earth Mother
yes.
because she is really this is
Hmm.
our spaceship Earth, and this is our home, and we really have to nurture it and stop
Hmm.
breaking it, if you will. So,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
and
right.
just about, you know, after I got back from Africa last year, and I still do it. In Africa, there's a lot of places there's no running water. They catch it in big cisterns. And one of the guides tell me water is life. And I said, yes, you're right. And
Hmm.
I learned to preserve a lot of things that I normally took for granted. Like when I turn the water on, I don't leave it run anymore. I'll just use what I need, then I'll turn it off.
Mm.
Just little things like that we can do that would help save the planet. Uh, Maybe turn your thermos down in the winter just a couple degrees, or in the summer turn it up a couple degrees. Things like that. But
Hmm.
we need. I think loving our Earth Mother is important.
Of course it is. Now, remember, Earth is already an ascended master,
I'm
right?
sorry, say again.
The Earth is already ascended, you
Totally.
know, and is a master, and we are behind. We're behind.
Way behind.
Way behind, and we may be falling off. Yes, and water is light. Yes, water is life. And by the way, Danny Shea, he's giving it's a free water meditation tomorrow night.
Oh wow. Hi, Danny.
Uh, yes, at what time? 5 p.m. Pacific. 5 p.m. Pacific. If anybody's interested, email me and I'll give you the link because it was this is the second one and it was very powerful. We got messages from water uh, first time. And somebody was asking about the 100 years. I feel like that's without borders. Well, I think we're going to have more peace before then, but I feel like a world without borders. I don't know. I mean, again, who knows? You know,
I mean, I
but
think we'll always have different languages, and I think we'll always have different countries. But I do see a time when we're going to get rid of a lot of the prejudice and bigotry and borders like that.
okay, right, right. And where we have to go through, I mean, I think travel, going through to place will be much easier. We don't have it, lots right now. I feel like it's like, oh my God, especially we don't even have to go into all that stuff right now, but there's a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, Aiden's in the house. Hey, Aiden, we're going to
Hi,
answer.
Aiden. Okay.
Hey, I got to tell everybody, Aiden sets up my all the thumbnails for YouTube. He's the one that set this up tonight. So whenever you're on my YouTube channel, the community board, when you see the thumbnails and all that, Aiden does all that. He's excellent at it. So, okay, Aiden, Aiden, the three of us should do a collab. It would be so much fun with Aiden. So Aiden says, when will the job market open up for students wanting to be in the film industry? I've sent like hundreds of emails trying to find an internship for the summer, but everything seems to be full.
I
So
think June, July, August.
I'm sorry.
June, July, August is what I see.
Okay, but Aiden, I see you getting an internship for this summer. I don't know if it's in Texas or not, but I think Aiden's in Texas. But I do see you getting one. There's a lot of internships here in Chicago. You might try here, ABC, NBC, CBS. They're filming a lot of movies here. So you could check here. But I do see you getting an internship for the summer. So yay. And Kim, you said that the internships are going to open up by when?
June, July, August, I think.
Okay.
I think I see busy, especially, well, I mean, like it starts in June, but I really see it ramping up in August.
At some point, I think Aiden is going to have an opportunity to do producing, directing, a lot of editing.
Oh,
Yay. And, Aiden, like with anything else, we get doors closed, but we got to be tenacious. Aiden clearly has the talent and the ability, and I know he has the wherewithal and the tenacity. So he's going to do very, very well for himself, and I'm very excited.
I see a lot of golden light around Aiden.
Me too. And he's very spiritual. So Aiden,
Oh,
thanks
wow.
for the work that you do for me. He pretty much manages my YouTube channel and does all that. So
Oh my goodness, does he need a job? Does he need any more work?
he might, yeah.
We'll talk about it. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Lisa, for saying all readings are for entertainment purposes, right? Wendy
Yes.
Clark.
Entertainment purposes only. Which animal is my spirit animal? Wendy Clark. I was told once and it didn't resonate, so I intend to find ways to support whichever animal it is. What do you think, Kim?
Well, first of all, she's going to have more than one. And maybe that's why it didn't resonate. I remember once somebody told me, oh, it's a moose. I thought, a moose?
Well, I know what that means. Actually, moose is to some tribes to what white buffalo is.
Yeah.
And white buffalo would mean unity, a coming together. When buffaloes are born, they're usually more brown, but rarely a white buffalo is born. And it means a unification of the tribes. It means coming together on all different planes. So in some tribes, moose would represent the same as buffalo.
I see. Right. Interesting. Now somebody just told me moose. I mean, I was really just joking about. I mean, anyway, but for Wendy, I feel birds. I feel a lot of birds with Wendy. I feel big birds, small birds. I feel even the rainbow colored birds in the rainbow forest. Not rainbow forest, rainforest.
Yay.
And it's about your hearing ability, your hearing spirit, and walking in nature, dear. It feels very much about your walking in nature, listening to spirit, listening to the winds, and knowing, gosh, I mean, I really feel like I've got a bird on my shoulder here as I'm telling you this, and it feels a little bit like a parrot to me, very colorful, green with a red head kind of bird. So let us know if that resonates for you.
I see wolf.
Okay.
It's funny, when I went to Africa last year, I thought I knew all my spirit animals, but I really bonded with this gorilla, something, and okay, that's a spirit animal. There was a baby chimpanzee, and I felt that was one of them, but also elephants. It was like, wow, it was so neat. And this lion. So, but really with elephant and gorilla. So, through our life, we discover more spirit power animals that we have. But I think for you, Wendy, it's wolf, and that's the keeper of intuition. And wolf's power ally is Grandmother Moon. And wolf talks to Grandmother Moon, because Grandmother Moon sends wolf intuition. And Wolf is also the tribe's greatest teacher. It doesn't mean you have to do teaching, and is also the center of intuition. So I see a lot of intuitive doors opening up for you, Wendy. So there you go.
Yes. So she could probably have Wolf and Birds. And Wendy, let us know if that resonates.
Yes, please do.
And I want to know what didn't resonate.
Yeah, I do too. I see Captain Morgan in the house, and I see Ron Unconditional Love to Row in the house. So thank you guys. Let's see. Um,
Dream question.
I'm looking for questions here. um, Kathy Reagans wants to know about a paranormal show tomorrow or Friday. I think it's Friday. Tomorrow night is Kevin Chandler, and he's going to be on my show live tomorrow night. So it's Friday. It's Friday, Kathy. Okay. Um, let me see. Let me keep going.
Hi, Ruthie.
Let's see.
Hi,
Oh,
M. Taylor.
Kevin Loving Vibrations is in the house. Yay.
Hi, Kevin.
Um, okay.
Personal questions, clean music lover, personal or global.
Okay, Care Bear, mental peace issue, but my dreams have been so disturbing lately. I'm waking up sweating and cursing, not remembering them. My son heard me last night and I felt horrible. What can I do?
Oh, wow.
You can try to surround yourself with white light before you go to bed. And anything negative, let bounce off of it. Um, I just think, I felt uneasy for the past couple days. I didn't today, but I think it was like any kind of break in the force, then we don't know what it is, can make us feel uneasy. Mine was about the weather, obviously. So,
Mhm.
but I do see your dreams not being so disturbing. I see them being much more calming and much more relaxing.
Yeah. And make sure you probably already do this, but don't watch anything like news, especially the hour before bed or anything like that. I would change it even. You know what? And this may sound like it doesn't work, but it actually really works when you listen to music that is that healing music or maybe that sleepy music, that sleep time music on YouTube.
Right.
That actually does make more pleasant dreams. It's amazing. It's remarkable, actually.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, Sharon O'Brien says, I've been working on my inner peace for a while to improve my health. Any suggestions on how to move it along? Well, this is my new saying. It's, when I had cancer, I was paralyzed by the fear, and it was getting in front of me, holding me back. And I said to my guides, what do I do? And it came through as clear as a bell. Rather than have the fear stand in front of me and hold me back, I got it behind me to push me forward. And
Uh-huh.
and so, I think sometimes if we're fear-based, and we all get fearful, who said we have nothing to fear but fear itself? So I think, if we get hung up in that fear, we're going to get paralyzed. Just step out of it, let it push you forward. Um, one of the things I think that you can do to improve your mental health is just, have faith in yourself. Know it, feel it, breathe it, and I think, the mental health will improve. Now, sometimes we need medication for that, but that's okay as long as it brings about balance. And I do see more balance coming.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would just encourage her. Sounds like she's already working on her heart,
She's doing
but
a great job, by the way.
yeah, just to really know that's your true self. Mhm. And allow that light to go out that way, that way, that way, that way. Big light around you, Sharon. Big light. And also, of course, now come on into the healing circle we have on Wednesdays, right before this.
There you go. Aiden said something here I really like. I think we'll see a lot less violent mindsets in the future, which in turn will tone down actual violence. I
Yes,
totally agree with that.
yes, yes.
You should be a writer too. That's really good. Or a philosopher. Um, I think that says it all. It's
Yep.
about mindset. If we have a violent mindset, we're going to start to behave in negative ways. If we reprogram to try to be more positive, will behave in more positive ways, and others will pick up on it. I really like that.
Yes, yes. I think it's true. That is happening. Check out the healing circles. Yeah, Wednesday right before this, and I have it on my community, the link on my community page. Yep,
Um,
it's free.
okay. Um, real quick, Kim, what is the water meditation? What is that exactly? The Danny.
Okay. Yes. Okay. 'Cause really, so Danny's taken us through a shamanic journey.
Ooh,
Working with a drum or a rattle. I don't know. He uses both. And leads us into the waters. We're going to a special place tomorrow, and I'm sorry, I forget what it is, where we are going. But when we are there, we are free then to receive messages from the water. What does water want to tell us about water? Because water is a spirit too. And last time it was amazing. And he did this about a month ago. And it really was, I thought it was one of his best things he's ever done, honestly. It was really good. He's very much a water guy.
me too.
Yeah.
And fire. I'm water and fire.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's had like 500 boats. He's been a scuba diving teacher. He's done a lot, he spent his life on the water a lot. So he understands water, but he's, allowing us to come together in this. And so what we do, that, it's about an hour. And then, we have a little discussion afterwards, about our messages.
I learned to water ski when I was knee high to a grasshopper, as we say. I love the water.
Uh-huh.
And fire, I've done fire walks. I stopped counting after 300. One time my ego got in the way and I got burned really bad. So you can't let your ego get in the way. But I like to work with the 4 elements, but I call them spirits. You're right, Kim. The spirit of the water, the fire, the earth, and the air.
Yes. Okay. And then Liz is saying it's Sea Note and Yucatan Peninsula. That's the focus of the water where we're going to.
Oh, cool.
Uh-huh.
This is a really good question by Carol Lee. Will we have peace between red and blue states after the November election?
No.
Well, I think there are a lot of people out there that would want us to have a civil war, and I don't think they realize how horrible that can be. I think we're already seeing. I think as long as we distinguish red and blue, and I'm clearly not red. Here's my little my little animal. But I don't like to label people red or blue, because when we get into labels, it gets really scary.
That's the thing.
But look at what's going on here now. I pretty much live in a blue state. Kim, you're pretty much in a red state. But that doesn't mean all the people in that state are of that mindset.
Right, right.
And look how well that, Kim, you and I get along. I have people from all over, and it doesn't matter what state they're in. It's just that you get along with them because you like them and they're people and you're sharing things. So.
Yes, yes. And I think the judgment, letting go of the judgment and the titles, the judgment, I think you're right. And Ruthie says, I'm praying for reds and blues to see each other as true siblings, children of light, like purple. And I think that's great, Ruthie.
I do too, actually.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't know if it's going to happen in 2024.
No. But I do see into the politicians who would keep us divided, and I see more leaders that will come forth to bring us together in harmony and peace and acceptance, as opposed to chaos and anarchy.
Yes, no, it's going to get there. No, I'd say by 2030, I think we're going to be much more tolerant of each other and much more. I mean, I don't even know that there is going to be just 2 parties. There may be 3 parties. Who knows?
Oh, I see clearly 3 or 4 parties.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I agree with you. I think that too.
And I think we sorely need a few more.
Yeah.
Captain Morgan says, I think it's mostly our government causing most of the issues for us.
Yeah. And media.
Well, I agree. But here again, then we have to elect government officials that will bring about peace and keep us in peace.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's all together. And this is the time of Aquarius, where our voices, we're going to make sure.
Oh, I like this. Wendy says, preservation of the best of cultures is possible without borders. That's true. but we
Yes.
have to learn to accept that culture, even if it's different from our own.
Right. That's coming, but it's maybe not for a while. It's coming. It is coming.
I see Jolynn. Hi, Jolynn. My buddy Jolynn's in the house.
Hi, Jolynn. Okay. And yeah, because when we have other beings that don't look like us land on Earth, what are we going to do then?
There you go. Okay. Annie G has a question about love, but a different kind. She says, "Will I marry again?" Yes, tomorrow at 2:30. No.
I get a yes on that, though. By the
Me
way,
too. I see another
you do.
long-term lasting relationship. The answer is yes.
I get a yes. I do.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa, for posting that. Okay. Um, let's see here. Oh, Froxy Roxy tells Aiden never give up. So there you go, Aiden. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um,
Hi, Captain Morgan.
um, oh, Kevin. Oh, Kevin's in the house. Hi, Kevin Chandler. I think I said hi to him already.
You
Kevin
did.
will be on my show tomorrow night. So uh, uh, Kevin's an excellent psychic. So I would suggest, and good, an excellent Reiki too. So get a reading from Kevin and get a reading from Kim. She's equally as amazing. So, okay. Kevin says, I think the spirit animals are open to interpretation, often symbolic of roles our guides play. Hallelujah. You're right on with that, Kevin. What do you think about that, Kim?
Oh, of course. I mean, no, it's not going to be. It's not cookie cutter.
No, not at all. Very good. All right. Nancy, why is my job taking forever to give me my new role pay increase? Well, I'm not going to say to be patient, Nancy, because when God was handing out patience, I stood in the attitude line. But I see that my timing, sometimes our timing is off, but I see the number 2. So you'd get the pay increase. It could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 months, but I think it's a lot sooner than 2 months. What do you think, Kim?
Well, I think it's coming too, but I'm not sure about two. The number 2. I'm getting a little longer. Sorry.
Um, Froxy Roxy, I love this. This is so cool. Aiden reads Tarot. She says, I'm 75 and I had many roadblocks, but being tenacious has always helped me move beyond. Oh, that is so cool. So
You
even though
know,
those roadblocks put up, we don't have to be held back by those. We just climb over them and move around them. It might take us longer to get around them, but we'll get there.
well, I have seen so many beautiful 70-year-olds, 70 to 75-year-olds that do, I mean, absolutely are not that, I mean, not that age in I mean, what do you call it? Not the life years. They're way younger than that.
Um, yeah, I'll be 70 next month, and sometimes I act like I'm about 10.
I was going to talk to you about that, Mel.
There you go. Well, you saw me on my trip, right? like
You
the
were great.
I'm like the drill sergeant, but that's all right. Oh, Kevin says we have a lot to talk about. Yay. Yeah, we do. Hi, Robin says, hi, Mel and Kim. Any messages from my spirit guides, please?
Okay, Robin.
I'll let you go with that because
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Okay. Okay. So for you, Robin, it's about learning, and I feel like put on your seatbelt for learning, like now, maybe even since January, and boy, you've got new things coming as well. I mean, new things. So it's learning, learning, learning. And all of a sudden, like, oh my gosh, I got something new to learn again. And this is how I feel like this year, at least the first 6 months, feels that way with me when I feel you. But it's all beautiful. I mean, really, truly, I really feel this. And it's the blue light when I see this. And I feel like spirit is coming in, shining on you like, oh, you're getting it. Oh, you're getting it. Oh, yeah. All you have to do is ring the bell and we're here. Just ring the bell. We've come and here to in service for you, Robin. That's what I feel Spirit is saying. We are in service to you.
I just saw this beautiful ocean with a beautiful blue water, which to me means abundance. And I just got in the rhythm of the ocean just going in and out. So if there's been disharmony around you, your guides are
Mm.
telling me you're just going to go with like that flow of the ocean. Just very, sometimes it gets a little stormy, but just more like this. And that's opening more spiritual doors and try to learn some healing modalities too. But your guides
Mm.
are very proud of you. And if you've been stuck, they're going to pull you out of that, help you pull yourself out of that quagmire.
Ah, nice. Thanks,
Aries,
Robin.
Aries Wanderer says, my hubby went to Tanzania, and they call it Tanzania in Uganda, and was in awe over the elephants, giraffes, and lions. Yeah, I'm in love with Africa. It's a beautiful place. I got one opening for my trip. I had it full and somebody canceled. So
Oh my gosh.
okay. Okay. Here we go. Wiki. Hello, Mel and Kim. My pup Nico is licking the wall over the baseboard. Is he bored or is there residue on the wall?
Oh,
Sometimes dogs do that when they get a little anxious or there's maybe something in there he likes. I don't think um, uh, you know, it it could,
hmm.
I think it's kind of out of boredom. I would keep him busy and keep him occupied, but he seems like a sweet dog.
Yeah, it's like this is what I feel. There was at one point there was something there that tasted good, but now he just keeps expecting it to be there again.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. So he keeps trying, keeps trying. So make sure, yeah, do scrub it. Maybe even, that spray. What is that?
Yeah,
Cherry
yeah. You could put like spray on there to kind of repel them away from that.
or even vinegar, maybe wipe it down with
Yeah, that
vinegar.
might work. Yeah, try that. I tried that with my beagles and they loved it. Beagles will eat anything. No, because my dog Gizmo, she's in spirit now, but she would chew cords, and I was afraid she got a lamp cord, and I caught her with one in her mouth, and I wanted to scream. I was afraid she'd bite into it, and I have fried puppy. So I tried vinegar. She loved it. I tried that sour grape. She loved it. I tried sour apple. She loved it. So I found this super hot sauce, and I put
Uh,
that on a cord. And when she took it in her mouth, she shook her head and she never went near another cord again. So it worked.
oh my. Oh, my dogs love hot sauce. So,
Oh, my dog Wizard loved jalapenos. He loved jalapenos. He would bark, and if I were eating like a taco with jalapenos, he'd bark until I'd give him one.
uh-huh.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah, bitter apple. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, right. Okay, happy to be Max's mom says, I'm so tired and so discouraged with the world right now. Will it end? Will the world end? No, I'm teasing. Um, I think a lot of times people want us to be tired and discouraged. But when I start feeling frustrated and angry, I try to think of something positive or here again, just do a good deed, and it changes my whole vibration. So
Mm-hmm.
I do see the tired and discouraged ending for you. Absolutely.
Okay.
Just do something nice for somebody or for yourself. It'll make you
For
feel
herself.
better.
This is what I feel for herself. Step back away from the world right now
Right.
so that you don't, you can ignore it for a bit. I mean, you just have to, of course it's everywhere, but try to step back so that you can gather yourself again, even if it's just for 3 days, gather yourself again, fill your heart with who you are, that love that you truly are. And then maybe it won't be so discouraging, but this is this very high time of duality right now, all over the place, all over humanity, earth and humanity. And I'm really, it's going to be here for a little while. So that's why we have to step back.
Okay. Um, Judy Ann G says, "Do I have a guardian angel as well? Do I have a guardian angel as well as spirit guides?" Yes. To me, guides are like angels. You can use the term interchangeably, but I'm feeling that you have Archangel Michael around you, Judy. In addition, I can see three spirit guides around you. One is very tall; he's a man, very biblical looking. The other one is more Asian looking. That would be more like a doctor. And the other one is more feminine, and she's stirring things, and I can see this smoke coming out, and she's breathing it, and it's just for that's more medicinal as well. So
Medicinal. Yeah. I do feel her guardian angel is pink. I get a big pink angel. And this is one that's been with her all from the time she was born, and actually, other lifetimes too, not just this one. But it's a beautiful, unconditional love, and she shows me even you as a little girl that I feel like you're reading and like you would have felt your angel. I just feel this that you would have known. Oh, what do I feel here? You're a little girl, maybe about 5 or so, reading and like, oh, I feel that. I know that. I know I'm not alone. I yes, of course.
Okay. Clean Music Lover says, will I get approved for 100% disability through the VA, Veterans Affairs, if I file my claim soon? Well, I see some disappointment coming with it. There could be a denial or two. Now, I don't know if you can appeal those denials, but I would, at some point, I think within the maybe next year and a half, it could even go closer to 2. I see you getting the 100% disability. And if I'm not mistaken, they'll pay retroactively from the first time they denied it. So I think you might have to go through the process a couple of times, but I do ultimately see you with 100% disability. Yes, I do.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I was thinking not 100% also in the beginning. So I'll just leave it at that. So
I see
thank you.
about
That's awesome.
70% or
That's
75.
what I was thinking about that. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they do the percentages. I think they increased by 10. I don't know. But
Yeah.
all right. Ruthie. Hey, Ruthie. I've been feeling tired lately, and I'm wondering if it's a sun activity or planet ascension. I'm hoping it's the ascending. I don't think it's a sunspot activity. Well, I hope we're all ascending, actually, or at least raising the vibes of the planet. I do see that.
Helping. Mm-hmm.
But the tiredness could be the environment around you, like playing on you as well. But I do see you becoming less tired.
I feel like it is that she's an empath
Right.
and that she's pulling in whatever it is that's going on. But it's not just her. I feel like it's family, it's community, it's like I think, Ruthie, I think you're becoming more psychic so
Yes.
that you can reach over across the city or across the world and you're tuning into somebody. And I think this might be a little draining. I wonder.
I think when she's dreaming, she's projecting, she's leaving body, but you won't die, and you'll still stay connected. And sometimes when we leave our body, we come back in after projecting when we're asleep, we feel tired. So I think you're right, Kim.
Yeah, I think she's picking up a lot in the environment all around her.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
of course you are ascending. You cannot not stop that process, by the way. And all of us, right? We are all ascending because Earth is already ascending and we're going to either go with her or we're not.
Here's something that she might try, and the lady who said that she's having disturbing dreams too, Kevin Chandler put it in the chat. He says, I love listening to sound frequency healing music while I go to bed. So Ruthie, try that.
Yeah.
Try the white light bubble that I told somebody else. I think that would help. It'll help you feel less tired. All right. Okay. Here's a good one. Okay. Why do earth angels have to suffer so much? Do us higher vibrational humans choose to have more tough lessons in this lifetime? Um,
I found that. Yes.
I don't
But
know
go
what
ahead.
I don't know what she means by earth angel though.
Well,
Our
would
dogs
you
are,
say us, people?
well, I call our pets our earth angels.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. But I think she's talking about people.
I know, I got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For me, well, we have to remember that we aren't a human. This is just a vessel, a temporary vessel. And sometimes these lessons that we that come to us that we see in the world are something that we have to learn to stand up to, whatever it is that we can see that we need to stand up to. But if we allow it, we can allow it to happen, or we can suffer, or we can fight and take our place and our power and our love. But to remember, no matter what's happening, again, I just have to go back to this, finding the love and the light within, so that those things don't affect us as much. And I do think what I have seen, people who come in with the most lessons tend to be the highest angels. And
Yep.
like people with Down syndrome or in a wheelchair who've chosen to do that.
Okay.
I do think that.
All right. Here we go. Um, Ron Unconditional Love Terrell says, I wake up almost every night around 3 a.m. and see 333 or angel numbers. Well, 3 and 3 is 6 plus 3 is 9 if you do numerology. And 9 is like a completion, and it means a new cycle is going to start. So, Ron, it looks like you're coming into a lot more new cycles with your tarot and everything else, which seems very exciting to me.
Uh-huh.
Branding. And I think that the threes you're seeing, that 333, which equals 9, would be 9 will be a cardinal number for you, as well as the number 3. And 3 is also a sacred number. It represents the Trinity. It represents, in ancient cultures, the number 3 was huge. So
Right.
I think it's your guides or a guide telling you that she is around you. But I think I really pick up new beginnings for that.
That's wonderful. Yeah. And then the 3 a.m., of course, this is when we are in that very yin time. That's the lung time. It's the between 3 and 5 a.m. is lung, which is our deepest time. So, a lot of us wake up then, and this is when our angels talk to us for sure. And yeah, 333 is an angel number. I mean, that's all that says angel, angel, angel in it.
Okay. Barbara Teresa says, I was at the bank and in my right ear, I heard a voice say, it will be okay. Can you tell me what will be okay and who it was? Well, I think it was a guide. And I don't know if you've been worried about things or if you've been in higher anxiety. And I just think it's saying that there's that a lot of less anxiousness and just feeling more of a sense of relaxation. It could be a little health scare that you'll have, and you'll think it's one thing, but it'll really be something that not bad at all. It'll be okay.
Yeah, interesting that she heard it at the bank. I think that's interesting.
Yeah, that could be worrying
It's
about.
kind of unusual. Usually you hear these things like at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Huh.
You're hearing that voice in your ear. That's your clairaudience opening it up. So pay attention to that, and your other clairs will open up too. So you don't have to be at 3 a.m. You can get those messages at any time. I don't think it was anything bad, by the way.
Right. And it's a good thing they were saying we'll be okay versus it won't be okay. So take this.
I think it's also going to mean you're going to be okay financially, but go ahead, Kim. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I just think it's a good thing that they were saying it will be okay. So whatever it is, but I think you'll know, Barbara, if it's health versus finances or
Okay. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Wendy Clark says Moose would have resonated since I'm in Alberta. Hi, Canada. But wolves live around me, and we have many magpies, whiskey jacks, ravens, smart birds. I was told Black Panther. This really helps. Thank you both.
okay. Well, the thing about Wendy, the animals can come from anywhere around the world, even if they don't live in your neighborhood. Your power animals. You don't just because you live in Alberta doesn't mean your power animals are going to be from Alberta.
But if you're seeing them a lot, more than normal, that is a power animal letting you know that that's your power animal.
Yeah. But Black Panther, I have to say, is one of the most magical.
It is actually. And
it's truly magical healer.
Actually, a panther is a leopard, believe it or not.
Yeah, right. But it's an amazing healer. I would, if somebody told you Black Panther, think about it.
Okay. All right. Jenny S. said, my dad passed away in 2011. He visits my sister-in-law. She caused a lot of drama. Why not me, my brother, or my mom? Well, maybe he's visiting your sister-in-law because she did cause a lot of drama, and he's probably telling her to stop. But maybe you don't know if he's visiting her. Maybe she's just saying he's visiting her because she wants to be the center of attention. That's what I pick up.
And she's still causing the drama. Well, exactly. But this is, you have to understand, Jenny, that your dad is going to get through however he can. Maybe the sister-in-law has a certain thing that she resonates in a certain way with him. And maybe he's also saying, hey, I still love you no matter, even if you did cause all this drama. It could be that simple as that.
Right. Or she could be, She could be
He's going to
making.
love all of you, your brother, your mom, you, and that doesn't mean, actually sometimes the more they love you, they're so close you don't see them.
Right. I agree. Okay. Lisa Foster says, I get chills from my guides to confirm things, but I feel it also could be a warning. Well, what I teach in my classes is when you get chills, that's a form of clairtactus, tactile. And whenever I get cold chills, it means my spirit guides are around and they're affirming what I'm saying is truth. And it's just their way of letting me know that they're around. It doesn't have to be anything bad. So, Lisa, I think that you're getting the chills because they're confirming what you're feeling is correct, that is true. Um, if it's a warning, it feels a little bit differently. Because when you get chills for a warning, then you kind of get a sense of uneasiness or a little foreboding, like I have for the past couple of days. I'm not having it now. So just pay attention to the emotion that comes through with it as well.
Yeah, so I think that's right. The chills could be either way. I have noticed for myself, I get the chills even if I'm just thinking the thought. Like sometimes if I'm doing a reading, I get the chills even before I say it. But I feel I'm getting the chills when you say you're getting the chills to confirm things. Yes. And but I think you have to combine it with the feeling you get it if it's a warning. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Okay, let's see. Well, I think, let's see. I'll just do this by Jolyn, and then I think that'll be it because it's
Okay.
been over an hour. So,
Okay.
okay. Jolyn says, Aloha. I grew up with the Pacific Ocean out my back door. Now I go home to Hawaii to be in the ocean to restore my soul. One of my Hawaiian teachers told me a long time ago, called me by my Hawaiian name, which is Li'ipua Okeapua. It means little flower of God or little flower of spirit. And he said, Li'i, when you go back to the mainland, meaning here, he said, you walk on the land and everybody takes a little piece of you and it makes you feel drained and
Mm.
complete. When you come to Hawaii, you walk with the land and not on it. And you need to come here to have all of those holes plugged back up and to restore your energy. And that really resonated. So, Jolyn, that is so, what she said is so very Hawaiian.
Yes. Oh.
I think we all need to go to Kai. Kai is a Hawaiian word for salt water, which is ocean. It represents the fluid of the womb of the earth mother. And it just is a wonderful place to just walk to the ocean and put your toes in. Or if you're afraid of water, just look at it. It's very relaxing.
Uh-huh. Lovely. Oh, I love that. Yeah, water is important right now for sure. It is definitely healing. And remember, email me if you want to do the water journey tomorrow night
Yeah.
with Annie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time is it tomorrow night, Kim?
It's at 7 Central or 5 Pacific.
Okay, so 7 Central, 5 Pacific. Okay. All right. And then Kevin will be on my show tomorrow night at 7 Central. So
Well,
anyway.
yeah. Well,
So,
his group is a small, usually, 30 people.
no, I'm not saying that.
Oh.
I was plugging my show, but we're also
Oh,
plugging.
yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, we got there's just so many things going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, at the
My
end of
email, kim@mediumkim.com is my email.
Yes.
Kim@mediumkim.com.
All right. Yeah. To contact Kim, mediumkim.com. Go to her channel, thumbs up. All right. Subscribe. Me, 847-590-5411, or visit meldor.com. So, Kim, I love doing this. It's gone by so fast. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I know. Thank you, Mel. And I feel so lucky to be here, so honored and privileged. Thank you for sharing this time. And everybody, sending you much love and blessings from our heart to you all.
Yeah, we owe it all to them. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
Oh, well, that's right. Yeah. Thank
So in
you.
2 weeks, I'll be on your show, on your channel,
Yeah,
Kim.
right. Now, do you want to come next week to get back on our regular schedule?
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do that. Okay.
Okay, you
Let's do
got it.
next week.
Your show next week, next Wednesday.
Got it.
Okay. Let me
Perfect.
check my schedule. Let me check my schedule and see, but I think it's okay.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Absolutely. Bye,
All right.
everybody. Good night.
Bye. Uh,